think we're live. Yep, we're live. All right, yes. I was late clicking stuff. Computer froze for a second, had to re-up start it, but we're here. Welcome. Welcome to Under 1,000 Podcast here at GP Snakes. Appreciate you guys coming by. This is the live / podcast I do on my YouTube channel where I talk to other reptile YouTubers. We get to know them a little better. We get to know about their journey on YouTube, their passion for their snakes, and we get to introduce them to my subscribers and get to introduce them to their subscribers as well. Really cool way to kind of network throughout the community and let everybody get to know each other a little more. So today's guest is new to me. I've talked to him on Instagram and Facebook a little bit, but I've never actually had a conversation with him. So this is going to be interesting for me as well. But before we get there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're like almost at 900, super close. And when we hit 1,000, we're doing a giveaway for a VPI spinner 50% POD-S1 male coming from Royal Business Reptiles. Go check out their Instagram as well. We actually got something new on this episode. So one second, I have to click it. So check this out. Yes, we have our sponsor for this episode, Cornet Constrictors. Go check him out. He is a ball python breeder. Go check out his Instagram and his YouTube, all in the description. Appreciate you sponsoring the episode, Cornet. Appreciate it, man. If you would like to be a sponsor on the episode, hit me up on my Instagram or all my details are in the description. I blanked out. I was going to say email, but all my links are in the description below, and I'll let you know what episodes are available to be a sponsor on. But without further ado, let's meet our guest for tonight's episode. There we go. Ramel from Morph Nation Reptiles. What's up? What's up? Look at the shirt.
What's going on?
Look at the shirt. He's showing off the shirt. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Good. I am very excited for you to come on the show because I've been seeing you growing. Like, your collection is getting huge and it looks fantastic. I've been watching you since you were building your racks. Now you got these new ARS racks. Oh, they look good, man. Sir. They look good.
Thank you. I'm loving them. I wish I could have started with them, but you know, it's not how it goes. Progress. It's a process.
Yes. Let's quickly I'm trying to work on my hosting duties and being able to talk, let everybody know who's in the chat. Travis, yes, we were late. It happens.
It does.
Thanks for coming through. It does. I'm terrible. I'm working on my organization skills. Terrible at it. A&T Exotics, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Ebony Ivory Reptiles, what's up, man? Thanks for coming by. Hey, he's got a nice collection too. He's growing some nice stuff too.
Ebony Ivory. I haven't heard of them. I have to go
check his stuff out. He's going. I've been telling him he needs to do a little more YouTube stuff. He's working on getting to YouTube. I know he's just busy. I think he was in school like you are, so that's why his YouTube kind of slowed down. But I think he's about to get on it. Celtic Reptiles, what's up? Thanks for coming by. Flexing Pythons, what's up, man? He's back. He's been doing a lot. He's doing his first 2 videos, I believe. Go check him out. Awesome guy. He's getting back in the hobby. He is doing a plan this time. He's on top of his plan, and I like it. Ridiculous Reptiles, what's up? Thanks for coming through. So we got that. Hit all the comments out there. I'm trying to be on top of this now. I'm trying to get my hosting duties. So Ramel, what's up?
You're doing good, man. You're doing good.
Thank you.
You're doing good. I'm telling you, man. I've been watching your podcast, and it's inspiration to me. I actually I want to start one, and I have a name picked out for it. I got a kind of a theme. Are you in your local reptile community group, Facebook groups? I'm assuming.
I'm in there, but it's not really popping. Ain't nothing really going on in them that much. So trying to grow it a little. I need to be more involved in it. This is one of the reasons why I started the podcast, so I can try to be more involved in the community. So I'm really working on that.
Right. Well, my thing or my theory with what I want to do is just really educate, man, because one thing I've seen in my local community the most, and I'm sure it's not just localized to where I'm at, it's all over. There's so many people that are misinformed on how to keep this species and how to keep it, and then it just rolls over into bashing and hating people, belittling them and putting them down, and then next thing you know, they don't even ask for questions. So at the end of the day, the animal suffers. So it's not, it's like two adults trying to take care of, two parents trying to parent a child that doesn't, lives in different homes. Exactly. You both got to be on the same, my thing is that I want to be able to, bring on different local breeders and kind of spotlight the species that they may go with, whether it's retics or boas or ball pythons or stuff like that.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's one of the things that's an issue with Facebook groups, because everybody yells at everybody and nobody helps.
Yeah.
They just yell and, oh, you're bad, you shouldn't have this, instead of helping somebody. Exactly. And then sometimes when you do help people, take it the wrong way. So it's a very thin margin you gotta balance, trying to help somebody and not making it seem like you're criticizing them. People are real sensitive about stuff these days and don't want to learn something and just want to hear the negative, unfortunately.
Yeah. I actually had a couple come and they reached out to me because the Kentucky Reptile page, a lot of people will tag me and someone who needs rats or mice, which I don't even like to sell rats and mice anymore, because with hatchlings, I'm around 70 something snakes. And my collection comes first, and breeding rats is not fun at all. No. I don't know if you ever bred rats, but I know you build the rat racks.
Yeah, I did it for a little bit, and the wife shut that down. She was like, I can't do that smell. She shut that down.
Yeah. So they reached out to me because someone had tagged told them to reach out to me. All right. They messaged me. They said, hey, I need a mouse. I said, yeah, come on out. And I didn't even know that they, had this species of snake. They come out and they're like, yeah, we're trying to get our Sambo to eat. And they're asking me because they see, I like bringing people in the reptile room and showing them around stuff. And they're like, asking me all these husbandry questions about Samboas. And I've never owned a Samboa, and I don't ever plan to. They're just not my forte, right?
Yeah.
So, and I know that every species is a little bit different, even in boas. I've got BCIs, or their requirements are different than my Dumerals boas. So okay. You can't. There's some relation, but it doesn't
exactly.
All, so
you got to be careful with it, because I know some boas can't really be around some ball pythons. Like, isn't that an issue? Have you heard that? Or maybe that was something somebody made up.
Are you saying as far as like in contact with each other?
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but I don't know why anyone would do that.
Like, I don't know why either, but people do stupid stuff. So.
Yeah. No, I haven't heard that. I mean, my boas are like, they're I care less if they breed. Like those are, my those pet phase, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, don't get me wrong, all my ball pythons are my pets too, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be more upset if, I don't hear a parent, this girl reabsorbs or something like that than one of the boas. I have them, so when I can't handle my ball pythons, I can get them out and have fun. Somebody comes over there and want to handle snakes, especially the people who freak out when I open up a 70 series tub and show them a 2,400 gram female, and they're like, oh my God. And I'm like, that ain't nothing. Look over here, So, but anyway, I got them a rat or a mouse, and they had bought this Samboa from an expo, and they had pretty much picked up from the breeder that he was a flipper. And that's another thing with the podcast, is I want to be able to educate people on how to what type of questions to ask these people that you're going to the expo. Now, don't get me wrong, in some beliefs, there has to be, people who don't, like, there's a middleman, a flipper, right? Just like pet store, right? But there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And this guy didn't have any info for this couple, and this is their first snake. It's not making excuses as far as if you're experienced reptile keeper, snake keeper, whatever, versus your first, but that's the worst. I absolutely don't want anybody to have a bad first experience. There's Larry. He bought.
What's up, Larry? Thanks for coming through.
But long story short, man, I got him a mouse hopper, and they took it home. It ate right away. It's just one of those things that it happened to work out that way. They were asking me questions that I really couldn't answer, but I gave them what I could,
Yeah, you try to educate. Flippers are good and bad. There's good flippers and there's terrible flippers. There's those guys that get a snake, sell it the same day. There's guys that get all the information on the snake, take it in for a month or two and watch and make sure it's eating, pooping, shedding just right, and is not sick. And then they resell that snake. Yeah. That's a proper way to do it.
Exactly. They can vouch for it. They can at least, say that this snake is in good health.
Exactly.
And it's on a good track.
403 Fauna, thanks, appreciate you loving the podcast, man. That's the way I'm doing it. Brent, what's up? Yes, reptiles and snakes. That's my friend from work. He said he's gonna put a snake on every one of my posts on YouTube.
Yeah, man, I seen like I told you, I was watching the podcast you did with Pack Pythons, and I seen he had commented on there. A worker. It's always awkward, man, when I tell people, like, I'm a maintenance technician, so I have to go from place to place, right? And it never fails. You bring up hobbies, we're talking or we're relating to each other, and I don't know how it comes up, but I'll be like, yeah, I breed ball pythons, and they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, and then and then I'm like, I've got ball pythons, boas, bearded dragons, burns, and they're like, how many snakes do you got? And then that's just when it just becomes
exactly.
I'm weird.
When people hear you have like more than 2 snakes, they go crazy. Like, why? Where are they at? For some reason, people think they're just running around the house like dogs. I don't get that.
I don't know very many people that's got 2 snakes. If you got more than 1, you got 10.
True. Very true.
That's how I went from 1 to 10 like that. I told my wife, I said 12's the limit. That blew out the water real quick.
Yeah, I got to 7, and she was like, "What are we doing here?" I was like, "Oh, I'm learning stuff."
Yeah.
I did want a sand boa at one point. I was gonna get a sand boa. That's when I was just picking up stuff, and then I realized I need to focus on one thing. So I went ball pythons, and I was gonna do tree snakes, and my emerald tree boa died. Loved her dearly, and I was like, I think I'm gonna stick with ball pythons for a while until I get more experience in snakes. The reason she died was totally my fault. I was trying to help her shed, but she had 8, and then she had regurg, and I think it got stuck, and she passed because she couldn't breathe. Totally my fault. But I had her for like 4 years, so I was like, I need to learn more before I go back into emerald tree boas.
You said it was an emerald tree boa? Okay.
Yeah, it was an emerald tree boa. I got her as a baby right when she was starting to do her color phase. It was my dream snake to get, honestly, and I got it.
So I don't know if it's an emerald tree boa or a green tree python, but all I know is it's the Biak, B-I-A-K.
That's the green tree pythons, yeah.
Green tree python?
Yeah.
Man, that thing is insane.
I had one of them. I had one of them.
That thing is nice.
I had him for 7, almost 8 years before he passed away. He was a really good snake. He was mean as mess when I first got him.
Yeah.
But I calmed him down, was able to interact with him, hold him. He was cage aggressive, but once I got him in the cage, he was chill. So, yeah, they're great species to work with. They're not as difficult as people say they are to keep. Once you dial down their enclosure, you're good. Right. You're good.
Yeah. Appreciate that, Larry.
Okay. You got fans in here already. I like that.
I try to be, man. I'm not like a know-it-all, but I definitely try to be a open book, right? So if I know it, you know it. If you you ask me, I'm gonna tell you. You know, I do like people to meet me halfway. You know, I don't like you know, carrying you to try to get to the next level. You put a foot down, and I'll help you put the other one down. You know, we go together.
Understandable.
Appreciate that, flexing pythons. I'll definitely step back.
Way to show the love, flexing. Go ahead, if everybody go hit that like button. If you haven't hit the like button, or hit the like button, I said something weird. Also, go subscribe. Morph Nation Reptiles, go subscribe right now. You can open a second window and keep this going. We got these smartphones. You can do it. Gary, thanks for stopping by.
It's my boy. It's
your boy?
Yeah, it's a good buddy of mine. We actually partners in our rat operation, right?
Oh, nice.
So my attached garage is my snake room, right? And Exotic Shield maintenance supervisor.
Yeah.
My job title is a senior maintenance technician. And it's a glorified, you know, maintenance tech. I want to get to that. I want to get to pin pushing contractors and telling people what to do versus going out here and have to do it. And I got 2 other guys that do it with me, and I might pull rank every once in a while. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But anyway, Gary, you know, we pretty much realized that it's a lot easier for 2 people to tackle rats, right?
Yep.
And the problem though lies in, can you trust that person to hold up their bargain, right?
To do their job,
Man, Gary's been a good friend, and he's done, you know, even before we even talked about doing rats together, he proved himself to me to be trustworthy enough to put something like that in his court. I mean, do you remember back in early spring, I think it was March or February, I did my first show. The reptile show.
I seen that. Yeah.
I called him, I think it was the day before, or maybe 2 days before, and messaged him, was like, hey, you want to help me do the show? And he was like, yeah, I'm down. And Gary works 3rd shift. You know, he's
wow.
So he's, you know, but we work it out, man. You know, it's just like this week. I've been pretty busy with school doing finals and stuff like that. And he's gonna get off work on Friday morning at 8 o'clock, come right over here to the house and clean rats, you know, while I go to work. You know, so it works out.
If I can get someone to house the rats, I would more than likely go over and clean once a week.
Yeah, and see, that was his thing, is that he was breeding them in an area where it was kind of starting to seep into the house.
Yep.
And we started, you know, trying to brainstorm on what we could do, man. You talk about building some of these buildings, man, thousands of dollars. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, lumber is super expensive right now.
And then if you don't want, you know, have the time or want to build it, you know, we were breaking it down, and a insulated building was going to be like $4 or $5 grand, you know. Now, if you're pumping out the rats, I will say that the demand for rats is big enough. If you're able to produce enough that you can pay for that building in under a year. But that's also a lot of work, you know.
It's a lot of work.
So we try to.
It is a job. It's a job in itself.
Yeah, and that's just one part of it, man.
Yeah. Rats is a job. Like, I know a lot of rat breeders have stopped, so it's a shortage of rats across the nation. And some people are trying to pick up that slack and start a rat business, and realizing it's a lot harder than they thought it was.
It is. So. I do think that you can make more of a profit breeding rats than you could ball pythons. And everybody seems to feel like, you know, I have people ask me, do you do this full time? And I'm like, you don't know nothing. Yeah. You don't know the first thing about breeding ball pythons, because
like I've been watching Ozzy's $1 Million Snake series. So I'm trying to
did you watch the one he put out today?
I did watch it today. I was like, okay, I see what you're saying, man. I'm trying to learn these tricks.
I watch his videos 2 or 3 times, man. I just wanted to sink in. I got a note in my phone on the audiobooks that he told us to check out.
Yep. I was reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he was right. It's not well written, so I kind of fell off. I think I'm gonna get the audiobook so I can just listen to it, because it's not that great to read, but there's good information in there.
I hate reading, man. I hate it. I know it's bad because I'm fairly intelligent, you know, but I just hate reading. It's just like, you know, this whole course, this whole semester, we've had chapters to do and test in my program, and I haven't read a single chapter. This is bad to say, but I haven't read a single chapter. But I've done all the review questions and chapter tests and passed all of them, and have a A in the class. Or maybe a B after missing those 11 questions on the final, but a high B at that. But that's just from going back into the chapter and kind of skim reading, you know. So I don't read
retain knowledge very quickly.
Right, exactly. What's going on, Main Squeeze Reptiles?
Main Squeeze Reptiles, what's up? Thanks for coming through.
I like that logo. So, that's nice.
Yeah, that's my rat guy. That's my rat guy.
Okay. So I seen him in here in another one too.
He usually is Ron Compton,
yeah.
And now he's fine. I've been telling him to start his YouTube channel because he breeds snakes too. I said start his YouTube channel, get that set up, start your branding. Branding is very important. You got to brand yourself.
Yep.
But we've been talking, getting to know each other. I forgot we got questions. This is the first time I'm talking to you, so I'm just absorbing, getting to know you. So
yeah, man.
We're gonna get some questions. I know this is what the people are here for. So let's hit these questions.
All right.
First question: how long have you had your YouTube channel?
I have had my YouTube channel. I want to say February of 2020. I started it. I kind of launched all my brand and all of my social media platforms around the same. I think it was February, March, and that was after I had done hours and hours. I couldn't even tell you. I think for 6 months straight, I was up till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Whether it was old forums back from 2010, and when people were talking about a 3-gene combo and albino being like the craziest thing, to YouTube videos, to building rat racks, building snake racks, watch. I can't tell you how many times I watched all of Morph Mixology's build snake racks and drew out plans and stuff. I did that for 6-8 months before I ever put my first 2 snakes together. And I originally had a localized name, bluegrass pythons or something like that. And I was like, man, I don't want people to be like, I don't like Kentucky or I don't like UK. You know how people are basketball, football, sports fans and stuff. I seen you doing a sports podcast.
Oh yeah, I do that.
I'm not. I played football all my life through high school, man. But I don't even watch sports no more. It's crazy.
Nope. I don't. I rather play sports than watch it.
Yeah.
My friends are bigger sports guys, so I'm like the guy that doesn't really know sports on the podcast that asks those questions that people might not think about.
Yeah.
About sports. So yeah. It's fun. It's interesting. It's me just hanging out with my guys. Since we all got families, we don't get to see each other. So it's a 1 day a week we get to hang out and talk. And we just talk sports. And I throw it online and see what happens with it.
Yeah. This is a Psychology 101. I'll be waiting for the movie to come out. What's that?
It's probably something we was talking about because we were talking deep. And we got a little deep. And then I'm trying to catch up on some of these comments. So yeah, you did it the right way. You kind of did all your stuff at once when you launched your stuff. That's a smart way to do it. Like I've been going back and like getting my GP snakes on other stuff like TikTok, Snapchat. I've been getting that logo for that. Because somebody will come around and take it. I done started to build the GP Snakes brand. Somebody will come around and grab it because it's got traction. Yeah. And if you don't get it first, they'll get it. And then they'll try to be like, well, you can buy it back for me.
Yeah.
You did all your stuff at once. That's the way to go.
Yeah, man. And getting just like what you're talking about, buying it back. I went to go get a website, a domain, which I haven't used the first time. Because I'm not pushing merch. But when I went to GoDaddy to buy the domain, I did get one that was fairly simple, but I just wanted morphinationreptiles.com. And somebody in Saudi Arabia or somewhere had bought it, and they're like, I'll sell it back to you for $70 or something like that. And I ended up buying the same thing with like a dash in the center for $12 for 2 years or something.
Exactly.
If I wanted it,
Yeah.
So Main Squeeze
I haven't even got a domain.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. It's like, what are you going to use it for? Because you got your YouTube channel and you can put I don't know
YouTube,
if you have to have
Instagram.
the thousand followers before you can put merch below it. You know how you have like the t-shirts and
I
stuff
think
like
you
that?
do. I think you do because I haven't been able to do that. I mean, it might be a little more than 1,000 too before you could do it. I have to
Yeah.
double check on that too.
But I mean, you know, you do well with advertising your stuff. It's like I think I watched a video or something, and you was talking about you had the shirts, and I seen the Genetic Stripe logo shirt, and I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
I'm getting in a Genetic Stripe in 2 weeks. I gotta get that. You know, I gotta get that. So
Yeah, I haven't been pushing my shirts as much lately. It just feels weird. I'm
I
still
get it.
working
I
on
get it.
marketing.
Yeah.
I'm new to marketing, so I'm learning it.
Yeah.
All I know, what I've done on Instagram is just put a picture out a day.
Right.
So I take a picture of my snakes and put it out a day. So you always see something from me consistently.
Right.
So I'm trying to be always there.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I know about marketing, but I want to learn a little more, like little gimmicks, stuff like that. I'm trying to learn it.
It does well, man. I mean, I tell you, you know, I know a lot of your snakes by name, you know, and it's a beautiful thing to you know see, you know, people every time you get on Facebook, you get on Instagram, just showing off the stuff that they love, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that is a sport running after them rats in the garage. Ooh, that's a sport.
That rat ain't never gonna be the same neither. I guarantee you when you catch it, it's gonna be mean.
Yeah, once they get out, they don't go back to being just easy handleable. No.
Yeah.
No.
My that's from Buddy Gary. My kids, one night I had them cleaning rats. It's a funny story. My wife messaged me, or I think she sent me a picture, and she's like, the kids done lost a rat. And I'm like, what? You know, do I care that they lost the rat? Not really. But do I care that they lost the rat? And the rat, if it doesn't get caught, it could chew up. Because I run the watering system on all my rats, my racks. So if they chew up one, you know, all that water's going down, you know. Yeah. So I was.
What's up, Dre? Thanks for stopping by.
How you say that? The Kalandi serpent?
It's Kundalini serpents. I think I said it right. Did I say it right, Dre? It's Kundalini. He got fire. He got Xanthic clowns. He's got Monarch, which my guy Sick Witted Ball Pythons is not like 212. No, I always say his name. 212 Exotics doesn't like it. Rashad doesn't like Monarch. I like Monarch. I'm in the Monarch project. I think it's cool. I think it's real.
You are in the Monarch project?
Yeah, I got a het Monarch. I'm going the slow route. I got a het Monarch male. I'm breeding him to a female and going to hold back all the females and hope one of them grow it up and hope it proves out het Monarch. That's the slow way to get into a project. I seen that the project wasn't huge at the time when I got that male. I was hoping to get a clutch from him last season. Didn't work out. So now I might actually buy a het Monarch from Dre to speed that project up a little bit.
So I guess since you got Monarch, then you don't want to see if Monarch and Ultramel are compatible.
I heard they might not be compatible.
Really?
I think was it JKR said something about it? They might be compatible. I know people think they might be on the same albino spectrum.
Yeah.
But I think they might not be. I think I heard something. I'm not 100% sure. But I like Ultramel too. I'm not a one or the other. If I like it, I'll get it eventually. So 10K is apparently the many subscribers you got to be able to advertise merch on your channel. Wow. It's going to take me a minute to get there, but we can do it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We can do it. We can make it there. See, Dre already got a female for me. He already got one. He already on it. He already on it. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Already proven too. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
That's gonna be second mortgage.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty. Hopefully it's a het girl. I got het money. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of het money.
Got some of that Doge coin. Hopefully,
I had some. I'm learning stock market too. So my goal for the next 5 years is to have multiple streams of income. So I'm trying to learn stock market, trying to learn real estate. Is Ozzy in there?
No, you
had me. I was like, Ozzy watching my show.
He said, hold on, I'm trying to.
It honestly did.
It's the goat.
I had Mutation Creation come into one of my lives on Instagram, and that was crazy because I didn't even know they knew I existed, and they came through.
Man,
pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I try not to fangirl about stuff like that. When I had Mutation Creation follow me, I was like, oh, okay. You know,
but you try not to, but it gives you a little bit like, maybe I'm doing something right.
Yeah. You know, they seem that, you know, either it's just they just want to be supportive for little old us, or they seen something that you posted and they was like, oh, that's nice. You know, that deserves a follow, you know.
Yeah.
And I try to follow everybody that follows me as long as you're posting reptile related stuff.
Exactly.
It can be turtles as long as it's reptile related.
Yep.
You know, because I don't like when I get on my Instagram, I don't even look at my personal Instagram no more. It's a shame. I don't my personal Instagram just does not exist anymore. I just scroll and I'm seeing snakes, you know, inspiration, and I love it. You know, and then I scroll through and I see somebody, you know, post something that's not reptile related, and it kind of throws off my mood, you know. So what's going on, Fitz Family Constrictors?
What's up going, Hubert? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for liking and sharing. Appreciate that. Share it if you can. That would be greatly appreciated. Going Hubert actually helped me get to my first 300 subscribers. He shared my channel, let everybody know about my channel, told them come subscribe to the channel. Helped me hit my first 300, which was my first giveaway. So I greatly appreciate it. He's a really good dude, really deep in the community, helping people. Great guy. Definitely go check out his channel. Go check out all his stuff. He's really good.
I think he's in a group chat that I got added to. I don't know if you know Rob from KY Constrictors. He's a good buddy of mine. He added me in that group, and it's a lot going. I mean, I don't know how many people are in it now, but there's a bunch of people in that group. And they talk about a little bit of everything, kind of keep everybody posted on what's going on, stuff like that.
I'm
Mary Pythons. You know Mary Pythons? She's in there.
No, I don't know. I see. There's so.
You don't know Mary Pythons?
No, I don't.
Oh man, everybody knows Mary Pythons, and she knows everybody.
I'm so low key when I like this. I'm very much an introverted person, so I'm at my house. I'm trying to get out of that and be more sociable and more outgoing around people. Like in my videos, yes, I seem very outgoing, but it's just me in my room. I love my room. So I'm trying to get more outgoing. That's the plan. That could have lied, but the video seemed pretty convincing. Oh, okay. So let's get back to these questions. We see this is a problem. We hang out. We're going to talk for hours about just everything, and then we're going to get in trouble because we were supposed to be home like 3 hours ago. I can see that happening. I 100% can see that happening.
Oh, my wife doesn't expect to see me in the morning. She knows. She knows. You know, I came home and I hung out with her and my 10-month-old son for, maybe 20-30 minutes. And then I had to get right into class, get that final taken care of. And she knew that after that we had sound checked and we was going live. And who knows, we may do a 24-hour live stream because I talk. I talk, man. I love it, especially about this stuff. It's passion. That's all it is, man. And I don't know, man. This hobby is unlike anything that I've ever been a part of, and I can say that with like every inch of me, man. It consumes me a lot of times, and I have to try to find that balance. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's why I stopped doing. I used to do this show called Black Eat Cool, whole bunch of comic book stuff. I love comic book stuff, shows and TV. Did a podcast. I like it a lot, but I realized it was taking a lot of time to do it. And this brand was kind of taking up speed. It was picking up speed. So I was like, I need to focus on one of them right now. And the snakes and the brand is the one I'm focusing on. So it's sacrifice. You got to know when to sacrifice, when to push something else. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I think they're talking about Ultramel and Monarch.
Yeah.
There might be a video out. I will try to find it later. But let's get back to the questions. I'm gonna try to hit the comments in a second, but we're gonna get back to the questions. So next question: what's your favorite codom and your favorite recessive?
All right, Kodam has to be yellow belly.
Yellow belly.
You tell me something that it doesn't go good with, and then I'll think about changing that.
Okay, yeah, it
I mean,
does
do you
good.
like yellow belly?
I like yellow belly. It's just hard for me to see yellow belly at times.
I get that.
That's why I kind of pull away from it.
Yeah.
Once I get better visually seeing it and I'm more comfortable with it, I might expand. But I also might expand it to asphalt instead of yellow belly.
Yeah.
Because they're basically the same thing, just a different. And they still do the same thing to
yeah. I
most
compare
morphs.
asphalt to gravel more, right?
Okay.
So because like a super asphalt is like a super gravel, but a little bit better. Well, I won't say a little bit better. It is better, but super gravels are insane. It's crazy still to see a 2 gene non-recessive, codoms go together and go for a couple grand, right?
Yeah.
So that's what but at the opposite end of that, like the gravel and yellow belly making a highway, the other gene that makes the highway, super yellow belly, is ivory, and you can pick them up for a couple $100 any time of day.
Very true.
But I like yellow belly when it complements stuff, or I like to put it in stuff that complements. I got a spot nose yellow belly fire mail from Justin Kabelka, and when I seen it and I seen the price, I sent him an inquiry. So I think he posted it, it might have been 15-20 minutes before I seen it, and I'm like, I don't even want to know how much shipping is. Send me your PayPal, send me an invoice, I need it. Because I'm like, there's no way that this is just a fire spot nose yellow belly. There's something else going on, and I'm getting some special Justin Kabelka genes, right? I've talked to some people. I think it's just a good quality yellow belly that's complementing the fire and the spot nose.
Okay.
So I posted a picture of him on my Instagram too.
Okay.
He looks
go check
good.
out his Instagram as well. It's Morph Nation Reptiles too. So go check out his Instagram. Hey, Gary, thanks for stopping by. You might be gone already, but thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Jason, you are a wonderful person, and I appreciate that.
Hey, you really are.
Tell the
bro.
world. Tell the world.
I'm telling you, man, you go, and you go. And there's a couple people that I can say, when I get on, I know that I'm gonna see something for them. I know that I'm gonna see, and it's always gonna be quality. It's not gonna, it's not a rush photo. They didn't leave out the watermark. They didn't just pull out the first tub that they seen and was like, oh, here's a snake, boom, and then go. They went through and they looked, okay, what's going on? Do we got some fresh sheds, or do we got what do we got going on? You can't, even though it's just a picture, you're telling a story through your Instagram. You scroll down through, right? It's a storyline and a story, know. So
I appreciate that.
Man, keep doing it.
I do put the time in, and it's gonna be great when people see it and acknowledge it. It's gonna be wonderful. But yeah, I appreciate that, Jason.
I mean, the best thing is you enjoy it, right? Because I mean, day in and day out, you wouldn't do it if you didn't enjoy it. And those people that don't enjoy it and do it for the wrong reasons, we see how quick they get it in and out.
True. Very true.
What's going on?
Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. He was did you win? I think you won my 500 subscriber giveaway. Female Inchy. How's that Inchy doing? We're probably way behind on comments, so we're trying to catch up.
Mary and the Holy Balls. Yeah, I lifted outfits. Okay. So while you catch up through the comments, I'll go ahead and touch on my favorite recessive.
Yep.
And we had already touched on it a little bit, but it's ultra male. It is my favorite recessive, which is
that's
crazy.
Your favorite recessive?
It is.
Okay.
Now, I will say, it's my favorite recessive that is obtainable in my eyes, right?
Okay.
Because I mean, don't get me wrong. If I wait long enough, I may be able to buy a visual monarch after a couple seasons and grinding super hard, and mowing yards for this person and that person, whatever I got to do, right? Right. Now, I like monarch too, but I like the price point of ultramel, and I like what it does. So, and ultramel pies just make me go, like I mean,
they do look good. I'm not gonna lie, they look good.
Yeah, so everything that I got in every recessive project ends in ultramel. Axanthic, and I got Clown, and I got Ghost, and I got Pod, and all of that, whether it's double or just by itself, ends with ultra male.
Okay.
Putting that, into it as well. So that's why I like to buy all my, recessive males as visuals. I have nothing against the long game, but I just like being able to put a visual male to a separate female that's visual. Like I'm pairing up my ultra male female to a pastel hypo female right now.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna pair her, but she started building follicles like 2 months ago, which I need to get an ultrasound like you got.
Man, get her ultrasound. I love my ultrasound.
I know, man.
If you can afford it, it's not necessary.
Yeah,
but it does help.
Yeah,
I know one of my females most likely not gonna go. Try to get her back on feed, get her big for next year. Right. One female I didn't think was gonna go. Ultrasounder, follicles almost 20 millimeters. So I had to throw a male in there. Let her get going.
You hadn't paired her?
I hadn't paired her. Yeah. I hadn't paired her because I didn't think she would go. Yeah. She didn't eat as well as I thought she would this year. So I was like, I'll just let her do her thing. And then also she took off eating. I was like, well, you're eating for next year. And then I ultrasound her, follicles in it, real big follicles. I was like, I got to throw a male in here and get you going.
That's what I tell people all the time, man. I was actually talking to a guy last night about this. He was like, so do you choose the time of year that you breed? And I'm like, man, I listen to the snakes. Just like I listen to the snakes when they say that I don't like this tub, it's too big, I need to go downsize. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that, oh, you look too big for that tub. If you tell me that you don't want to eat in this tub, we're gonna go downsize.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that's the biggest thing with some of these people that are, social media gurus, because they know everything, and they feel like, your ball python should be in a minimum of 4x2x2s.
Yeah.
And I tell people this all the time. There are exceptions to the rules. With my first ball python, I had them in a 55-gallon tank, no hide, red heat lamp on all the time, no thermostat, any of that. And I'm not afraid to admit it. But that was my first ball python. And from that point, when I committed myself to the hobby and actually, wanting to be a better keeper, I've never, went back to that point of, kind of turning the cheek to doing my research and my due diligence to know, and not just saying, well, PetSmart said, or this pet store said, that type stuff. So
yeah, that's the thing. People don't take the time to actually get to know their snake's personality. Yep. They have personality.
Definitely,
they'll tell you everything you need to know if you just listen to them.
Yep,
it's very simple.
Yeah,
I know which snakes want to be held. I know which snakes don't want to be touched. I know what snakes need a little more jiggling with the rat. I know what snakes will eat live and which won't. Which ones I can trick into it. You got to know your snakes. You got to get to know them.
Yeah. I mean,
it's important.
And so you watch Mutation Creation. I'm assuming you follow King Austin.
Yeah.
One thing that he does that, it's not that I want to copy him or anything, but I just want to kind of do a trial and error. See how if it does actually affect, because there's a lot of people who say that I'm crazy for doing what I'm doing, and for me to say that he's crazy for speaking, it into his snakes and saying, go ahead, do a good job, go ahead and lock up. Did you see that when he said he does that?
That might be something you need to try. Like, it doesn't hurt. It's not hurting the snake.
Yeah. Not at all. I mean, people say they do it all the time for plants, and the plant
exactly.
And this one did better than that one did. So
yeah. Hey, whatever works, long as it's not hurting the animal, and it helps the animal, and it shows production, and it keeps the animal happy. Do your thing. Everybody don't need to keep snakes the same way. As long as your animal is healthy, eating, and doing what it's supposed to do, go ahead.
Yeah. Real quick on the recessive thing, man, I was watching the podcast you had with Wiz Constrictors, and he touched on the recessive, that if I had the extra money, I would go right now to Morph Market and hit up Adam Chesler for that zebra gene. Super pastel zebra. Did you go check him out?
I did go check it out.
Oh,
and
man.
It's nice. It's nice.
Like, that is one gene that I've seen come out, and I'm like, okay, that is completely different than anything I've seen before. And he's the only person I've seen put anything out with it, right?
It is nice.
So
I'm wondering how it's going to react to other stuff because it feels like a very dominant gene, just like
very powerful. Sunset
champagne. It seems like a very dominant gene, like champagne. Champagne. People are starting to find things that work with champagne, but it's not a lot of stuff that just instantly works with champagne. You have to find the right morph that works with it, and I feel like that's going to happen with the zebra. They're going to look amazing, but it's going to be a lot of trial and error before we find out which gene works perfectly with it and makes that animal look even better than it did just as a zebra.
I mean, if I had it right here and it was in the plans, first thing I put into it is Desert Ghost.
Yeah, I mean everything looks good in Desert Ghost, so I 100% need to get Desert Ghost this season. That's the plan.
I guess that's the easy out. I need Desert Ghost. I don't have Desert Ghost, and I don't have any either.
I have none.
But I'm okay with that because what I want to do with Desert Ghost, I don't have either. So that'll come, that will come.
Yellow Belly and Ultra Male. Those are your picks.
Yep.
Not bad picks. I'm
sorry. What do you say?
No, I'm on board with that. Those are good picks. Yeah. Those are good picks.
And it's hard to say Yellow Belly over Russo. I know you've seen, I have a banana black pastel Russo male, and he has put out some absolute fire clutches. The Russo gene is kind of hard to pick out, but it enhances like Yellow Belly in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, but I will say that Yellow Belly does well with a lot more genes than I've seen than Russo. But that's also with me being two green behind ears, right? So it's like, that's really the vision you need to have to kind of go far in this hobby, is to be able to see stuff that's not there.
Yeah.
Do you follow Bob Vu?
Yeah, I follow Bob Vu.
Did you see the post that he posted earlier today where he paired a Cypress spot nose clown? It was something else in that clown combo to a Desert Ghost female.
No, I didn't.
And he pretty much had asked if he should have just put a Desert Ghost male to make visual Desert Ghost with that pairing. And I pretty much commented like, somebody's going to tell you that you should have done that if they don't have a vision, but I think that you're seeing it right. It's nice because it's not common picks.
Yeah, the Yellow Belly and Ultra Male.
Yeah.
It is very important to be able to see past what you have at the moment.
Yeah.
To be able to see in the future of the possibilities of genes you have or the genes you could have. I'm still working on that. I know I just want to make some stuff that I kind of already had in my mind, but I'm trying to move past that and think about another steps past that. I'm putting Inchy in everything though, because I love Inchy. That's my favorite.
Yeah. That's a good one. That Inchy it's kind of like Yellow Belly and Russo to me. You almost can't go wrong in them unless you're trying to go for a combo that needs to look insane, right? Because if you put Inchy in it, it's going to kind of clean it down, tone it down, and you're going to get that crazy pattern.
Yeah.
I found the pairing. I don't stay on too long, but it was a Cypress spot nose Cine Mojave Fire Yellow Belly clown male to a Desert Ghost Het clown female. I mean, it's still fire pair. I mean, that's Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3,
you're
4,
getting
5, 6
double hets either way it goes.
Yeah, 6 codoms and recessive in the male and visual recessive Het clown in the female.
Yeah,
Larry had to leave.
He went to go see the super pastel zebra, and now he's gonna refinance his house.
Don't do it, Larry. You love
I
your wife
understand
too
what
much.
you're doing, Larry. I understand, but that couch gets hard at night.
The couch.
So don't do it.
You think she's gonna let him stay in the house? He's going outside. He's going outside. Listen,
he's definitely gonna be out there with the dog, but I'm trying to give him a benefit of
man. And he don't want to sleep outside where he lives. We're in Kentucky, he in the part that he lives in, they got black bears down there.
Okay,
He's in Moorhead. He don't want to sleep outside.
Yeah,
So,
that is not the great way to go.
Yes,
hit that button, y'all. Hit that button.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. So let's get to question 3. We kind of know the answer to this, but maybe you can just expand on it a little bit. Do you breed or do you buy your snake food?
I breed my own rats. I did that way before I paired my first snake. I did my first pairing. That was one thing that just wasn't an option because I knew that was going to be a means to the end, right? And I knew that not only could I feed my collection with having little to it's the feed costs. You watch these videos and these people who've been doing it for years and they tell you this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not just telling you because they want you to breed rats, and so most of these people sell rats too. So in theory, if somebody's selling something, they don't want you to sell it too. But it's just like I tell people that have bought rats from me in the past, and they're saying, so how many pairs should I put together? And I'm like, well, how many snakes? You need to kind of calculate that up. Average litter from 8 to 12, stuff like that. But don't be afraid to overproduce, because if you produce 60 more a week, bring them here. I can get rid of it for you, or don't bring them here and let me know how many you got to sell, and I'll send them to you. I had people running marathons up and down my driveway. I had to go over and tell both my neighbors, look, I am not selling drugs.
Exactly.
I got an LLC for the business. This is rats. Come see it.
I am not selling drugs.
And both of them have been over. They seen the rats and they seen the snakes, and they think it's the coolest thing ever. But man, I tell you, before I had like 30 snakes, man, I could sell, I don't know, $200 in rats a weekend. And I mean, that was just easy. Like I made one post to my local reptile group, one post, and it was just like my names rang bells through the halls of the reptile group.
Rats sell easy,
man,
easy and quick.
Yeah, and it got old quick because there was a bunch of people that started realizing that I had some quality line rats in my rats. And as far as like the looks, you get some hairless are popping up, a lot of Dumbos, Rex. I got some of them that look like they got freaking S curl, Jerry curl, and I mean the waves is like better than I mean it's crazy, and then
they go for big too. They go for like 15 each.
Yeah, and I got a girl. She's like, I run a rattery. All of those, you save them, and I'll come get them, and I'll give you half. I'll sell them all from $35 to $40. And I'm like, what? I've been feeding these to my snakes.
Exactly.
So, but that helped build infrastructure, right? So I was okay with that. But the part that sucks is when somebody messaged me at 9:00 at night, and me and my wife are, watching Netflix, 5 episodes deep in our best show, and somebody's like, send me a picture of any orange rats that you got. And I'm like, hold on, babe, I gotta go down here and take a picture of rats. And she's like, rats? Do what? I'm like, but she wants $20 for it.
It's money.
Yeah. And then she's like, okay, give me some Taco Bell when you out,
Yeah.
So
it's hard to that is hard. Just out of spur moment, like, hey, I need this.
I got a quick question for you off subject. And I know you're asking me the questions, but I've been meaning to ask you this and I forgot. Does your wife, you're married, right?
Yep.
Does your wife like snakes?
She doesn't hate snakes.
Yeah.
She doesn't really care for the snakes.
Yeah.
To where like she'll hold a snake, she don't want to get bit.
Yeah. I get that.
She got me my first snake. She used to have snakes. She like, hey, remember you got a family. That's all. Like, so take care of that. We got a family.
Same. I'm in the same boat. It's basically she's down for you. She's she wants to see you happy. She knows that it makes you smile. She knows that it makes you happy. So she's gonna be okay with whatever you okay with. I'm telling you, I've got two right now. I've got 2 Burmese pythons, and a reticulated python. All three of those are under 2 years old. And I could tell you that I never in a million years thought that I would hear the words come out of her mouth and her say, "If that's what you want." I was mind blown. Mind blown.
Oh,
mind
wow.
blown. I want to start asking crazy stuff like, "Can I buy a boat?"
Exactly.
You know, shoot, what else? What's I want? You know, but yeah, man, it's it's one of those things. You know, you see hard work, and she's like, you know what, you want that, you go ahead and get it. If you can get it, same thing. You got a family, don't take food out of their mouths, and we're good.
Yep. I'm trying to get to the point where the snakes are paying for themselves, and then get to the point where the snakes is bringing in income to the house.
Yeah.
As long as that's happening, she cool with it.
Yeah.
As long as it ain't taking money out the house, if it's bringing money into the house, helping us not get out of that paycheck to paycheck, get a little more cushion, maybe even be able to start saving more money because we got these kids that send to college. She all for it. I'm trying to get it, turn it into a business. She like, hey, if you're gonna do it right. She all for it.
Right.
And I appreciate that. She is the backbone because she take care of the kids, so I can come down here clean, take 100%. Care of stuff, do videos, all that. So I greatly appreciate the wife.
I have people tell me all the time, I don't know how you do it. And I'm like, well, I don't do it.
Exactly.
It's a team. Exactly. You know? And that's why when you see my business cards, it says Ramel and Michelle Earl as the owners. Although there ain't a snake in here that she wants to hold, she's got, I mean, most of them she's named.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of them, the ones that catch your eye, right? And I'm good with that because there's some that I have that may not be necessarily eye appealing right off, but the power of the head, right? You know, he said there's a flip side to when they say, well, if you want. Man, my wife's pretty transparent. If she says if you want it, you can get it. That's what she means. It ain't, and
it's right there.
I do get what you're saying, but and I'm glad that she don't try
to give her something here and there. Like this came from snake money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, messed with me one day. She's like, my son was moving from the carry car seat to one that's stationary, and it's going to change into a toddler car seat and all that.
Okay,
like, I think I want this one. This is like $190. I was like, okay, it's a Be Here Friday prime delivery. Snake money. I said the snakes are booming. I can't even put them on Morph Market. They're moving so fast. And I got people.
Yeah, you've been selling a whole bunch of stuff real quick. You had a whole bunch of clutches since you were in school doing your school stuff. Focus on that, which education is important, people. Do it. I'm not the smartest person, but I say if you can't go back to college, go learn some stuff. If you can't, learn a trade. We don't have enough tradesmen out there. People need to be plumbers, electricians, carpenters. They don't teach that in school. They need to teach that. Little.
That was
PSA.
That was the only job that I know 100% without a shadow of a doubt that was not affected by COVID. I don't think that there was a single plumber that didn't get a call saying that my basement's flooded. But do you got COVID? People ain't gonna. They don't care about pandemics when they ain't got no AC.
Exactly. I had to get my AC wasn't running. It froze up. The Freon it needed Freon.
Yeah.
The AC guy came. He was like, you want me to wear a mask? I've got my shots. I was like, you can wear a mask or not wear a mask. I still need you to fix this AC. Yeah. It's 90 degrees out here. I can't have these kids burning.
I'm getting delirious. What are you talking about? Pandemic? I don't care about all that. It's definitely a good thing, man, for sure.
Definitely. So how do you think you always going to breed your own rats? Do you think there's a time you will not breed?
Yeah, there is. I don't foresee that to be. Man, I got some years to put in. I'm 31. I'm pretty young as far as the grind goes. I feel like in the next 4 or 5 years that may change. Kind of when I slow down, and I'm able to not say, okay, I got to feed, but I only got an hour to feed, and then I got to go outside. Count all the out my snake room, count all the rats or the snakes that I need for rats, go out to the other garage where I breed the rats, get the rats, bring them back here, drop them in the tubs and come back upstairs so I can eat dinner with my wife and my kids, and then come back down and check, which is why live works for me, live feedings. And when I slow down, my oldest son's 13, around that time that he's, maybe going off to college, and I've kind of condensed my collection. I'm not all over the place a little bit, and with age comes the speed slow down, and it's not necessarily that you're slowing down as far as you can't go fast, but like you're more meticulous and you move with more of a pace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can come in here to do something and be doing 16 things at one time and don't nothing get done in an hour and a half because I done 16 half things and not one thing got done. So, but yeah, man, in the next couple of years, I'd like to be, I envy some, it's just like when I watch your meal times, man, I'm like, man, he's got all these snakes eating frozen thawed. That's
man,
nice.
it's hard. It's hard to get them on that frozen thawed. Who, especially when they've been on live.
Yeah. One day I tried your trick with the live and then switching.
Okay. Did it work? How well did it work?
Nah, it didn't work. It didn't work. But what's crazy is that I think like a few weeks later she started building or something. She went, ravenous on food, and then I started feeding her frozen thawed or fresh killed. I don't really do frozen thawed. I have a CO2 chamber, and I'll just euthanize them out in the garage and then bring them in here. Especially anything over a small, mediums.
Yeah,
I worry about them. I worry about them.
It.
I've had some get bit pretty bad. But I definitely try to take advantage of that when they're on a feeding frenzy, and I've had some that will stay eating fresh kill.
That's also that's another one I should have added in there. When they get into that feeding frenzy, they'll almost eat anything, and then they get into that repetition of eating that, they'll stay on it. So that's another tip for you guys. If you get a snake starting to eat real good, try frozen thawed, and if he starts eating or he or she starts eating, keep frozen thawed. They might switch over that way. That might be another easier way to try to switch over. El Herp, I got you. I'm gonna send you. I think I have it on the video.
And you do a video? Yeah, I think
I got it on a DIY video, but I'll double check my measurements. Honestly, don't have them written down. I think I have like a picture I took of the measurements. I'll look for it. I'll hit it to you.
That's a hard thing to do, man. I actually did a rat rack video back when I started my YouTube. I guess this kind of goes back to the first question you asked me. I did a bunch of videos that I had no intention of posting, right?
Really?
You ever watch those videos where they're like, how do you start YouTube? And then one of the suggestions is do a bunch of videos and save them and do them just like you would post them, but don't post them and then go back and watch them. You ever heard that tip? Never heard that tip?
I've never heard that tip because I can't watch myself.
Yeah.
I can't watch myself. I don't watch any of my videos back. I edit a very weird way of editing. I just remember what I want to take out, and I'll skim through it, take that out, put it together, and make sure. So there's probably a lot of mistakes in my videos. I'm waiting for people to point them out, but they haven't, so I just keep doing it.
I mean, man, I don't see a lot of flaws in your videos. It flows pretty good. It flows pretty good. They're fun to watch. I don't,
appreciate it. I try to be entertaining.
I think it's you either have it or you don't, and that's what sometimes, man. Like going back and watching my videos, kind of, I want to stay in reality. Like, do people like me or don't they? Right? I feel like I'm funny, but I also feel like I'm probably annoying. I talk too much, but I also have a lot to say. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
It's a fine balance. It's a fine balance.
And having that argument with myself in the head will stop me from making a video for that week, or and then you have the real life stuff, that goes on that slows you down. So
I understand that. I was like that at the beginning where I was like, oh, this is stupid. Why am I doing this? Nobody wants to see this. I'm gonna just stop. And it's a wall you got to break through and keep going. That's why I tell people. A lot of people ask me, like, how do you get comfortable on camera? I was like, I just do it.
Yeah.
I'm never comfortable, ever. I'm nervous. I did a show with my friend in a studio. He does a movie review show. I went and did a show with him. The first 10 seconds, me on the show, I was trying to say 3 different words at the same time. I was so nervous. Yeah. And it took me a second just to calm down. I've made hundreds of videos in my basement. I couldn't calm down for 2 seconds to make that video in that studio. It happens to everybody. Yeah. No matter how long you do it, how short you do it, everybody gets nervous. Yeah. You just gotta let that nervousness out.
Yeah.
Because people like to see that because it makes them understand like you're human too.
Yep.
They have a connection there.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
Yeah. 100%, man.
Flex, you better just do it. Yep. That was you see with over. Yep. I tell that to people like your first videos are going to be crap.
Yeah.
Just understand that and keep moving. Because eventually you'll learn your style. You'll learn what works for you. You'll learn how you want to present your stuff as you go. And then you can look back and see where you were and see where you are now. And it's showing your growth.
Right.
People love the process of you growing.
Yeah.
They love that.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I really regret is not filming the entire growth of how this room has transformed. You know, man, one of my most liked Instagram posts was when I posted a picture of close to a year in, and then not too long ago, right? And the difference is crazy. And that's just this frame, this side of the room.
Okay.
You know, I've got lizards over on that side. You know what I mean? So
you do lizards too?
Yeah, man. I got bearded dragons. I've got a tegu, high red and white tegu.
Okay, we're gonna have you back on the show, and we're gonna just because I want to do different reptiles instead of just ball pythons.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to book people that have different reptiles, and I want to talk about those reptiles too, because I want to be in the reptile community, not just the ball python community. So we're definitely gonna have you back on talking about your lizards. So don't say nothing about lizards right now.
Okay. I got a big frog too, African bullfrog.
Oh, see that? I think the frogs are really cool. I used to catch them. That's one of the animals that got me into reptiles is frogs and lizards. I used to catch wild ones and keep them in boxes and feed them and get to know them. I was a weird kid, but most of us were weird kids.
I was too. I did that with baby alligators in Hilton Head. Everywhere that you went, there was a pond. And in that pond, it was infested with alligators. And most of them were in the 2 to 3 foot range. And we'd catch them. You know, Steve Irwin was like my idol at that time. And if I went to Walmart, I was trying to get some khaki shorts and a khaki button-down shirt. And that was me. I'm serious. Dead serious, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
And then I was as soon as we got home straight to the pond, I'm trying to catch me an alligator.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
Man, my mom is an ordained minister, and there was nothing that I could say to get her to let me have a snake. So I'd do crazy stuff. I'd keep like a hatchling alligator in my tub for a couple hours and go eat lunch, and then she'd walk in. Oh my God, or I done it corn snakes, man. I can't. Finally, she just gave in. Yeah, and it was like, you can have I think it was a corn snake, and I was like 12 or something like that.
She realized it wasn't going away.
Yeah, but it was wild caught. And then I thought, I've had dogs all my life, and I thought that you could actually train the snake to not be defensive. Didn't know nothing,
Yeah.
So there was no type of, internet or YouTube or anything like that. So it ended up, letting it go. But some church. Yeah. Yeah, man. My mom didn't even let me watch Harry Potter, bro. She was like, she's different now. She don't, she's not all, strict like that where you can't do. I mean, Halloween, you're an actual character. Nothing that is witch or witchcraft or
gotcha. Yeah, I understand. Let's get back to these questions. We only got 3.
Okay.
So this is going to be a long episode, people, but it's going to be a lot of information in it. So this is definitely one you're going to sit back and relax. What camera do you use?
All right. So I have the Canon GX7 Mark II power shot.
Okay.
I like it, but I want to get I'm going to get the Canon M50.
Okay.
I don't know if
what's the difference in it.
The big thing for me is the on-camera mic. The Canon GX GX7 does not have a mic input. So I have it right here. Do you know? Sorry. Do you know Chess Brown?
No.
I know he follows you and Dre from Chess Brown. He's an actor.
He follows me.
Yeah. He's real supportive, man. He's real supportive, and I mean, we met in the bro group, and he was asking about Dermos boas, and he messaged me, and it was like every day for 2 months we messaged, and he had questions about everything, and it blew his mind that I actually enjoyed answering his questions. So that had spiraled into a friendship, and next thing you know, we're talking hitting each up every other day just to say what's up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So my next thing with YouTube is not to just do videos, but to do videos good, right?
Yeah.
And he's an actor, and he does funny skits, and man, he's got some good stuff out.
Okay.
The Rhodes video, the shotgun mic, that's what I want on my camera. But one thing that he recommended was to use the Zoom H1N, the handy recorder, with a lavalier mic. So I got the lavalier mic with it too. And then basically I do my video, I record all my audio through here, and then when I start my video, I do like a clap or something, and I'll sync it up in the Final Cut Pro. Done. And one thing that he said, that ever since I started watching videos on that stuff and like taking your channel to the next level, is that people will forgive you for crappy video content and video resolution, but not for audio.
Not for audio. Yeah.
And I don't know how many of my videos you've watched, and it's okay if it ain't been a lot, but bro, I turn my music volume up way too loud, and that's because I always forget to turn my fan off. And then when I get done, and I've been filming it for already an hour and a half, and then I go upstairs and I sit down on the couch and I'm going to edit it, and the intro's taking me 45 minutes. At that point, when I get to the footage, and I'm like, I forgot to turn the fan off again. It's too loud. I'm like, nope, let's just turn the music volume up, and then you can try to hear me talk, because I'm a mumbler in the first place. Although I like to talk. You think that I talk loud, but I don't. I'm like you. I don't like the sound of my voice, right?
I don't like the sound of my voice.
Yeah.
People tell what Pat told me is a great voice, soft, soothing. And I was like, nope, it's not. It's weird to me.
Yeah. It's the way we hear ourselves too.
Yeah. I had to remember that.
When I got this set up, and I had messaged you the other day saying that I was trying to, get everything lined out for the show. I called one of my buddies and over Facebook Messenger, and I was like, hey, how does this sound? Can you hear me in the mic? How's my audio or my video coming through? Because I did the direct wire to the Ethernet cord up to the modem. And he goes, bro, you sound like, is this a radio show you just called me from? It sounds good. I was like, all right, that's what I wanted to hear, man. I was like, I know it ain't my voice. You're saying it sounds like that.
No, it's not my voice. It's got to be my equipment.
Yeah. So the equipment just take you up an extra notch,
Exactly. I mean, I got the Blue Yeti. I'm gonna need to get that. What is that? I forgot what that's called. That thing that's covered the mics. It's a spit guard or something like that.
Oh, this here. I don't know. I don't know. It's a shield or a spit shield or
I think
that's COVID stuff.
No, I think it is called a spit shield though. Okay, I think it is something like that to help you not hit the mic with spit that makes it pop.
Yeah,
and stop it from loud sounds making the mic pop. Yeah, I'm still learning all that audio stuff.
Are you streaming from the Yeti right now?
Yeah, I got my Yeti plugged into my computer. Yeah, I've been the last, I say 4 to 5 videos, I've been plugging my Yeti into my phone. So I've been recording the audio that way because it's more clearer, and you drown out a lot of my room background noise a little more.
Right.
One of my friends told me to do that. He was like, try to get a mic closer to you when you're recording, because I was just using the phone record, and the Yeti mic is so much better and it's so much clearer. I don't think no one's noticed yet. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, you sound good. And I kept going back with myself. I was like, man, they ain't got no mic in front of their face. I'm watching the other podcast, and I'm like, I'm gonna look stupid with a mic in front of my face. But I done spent some money on this thing to hold the mic in front of my face. So I'm about to put the mic in front of my face.
Understandable. I have it just off camera.
Yeah. Look like Lone Wolf says it's called a pop filter, and I think that's what it is.
Okay.
I think you were right too. I think some companies or people do call it the spit guard or something like that.
Okay, yeah. What up, Lone Wolf? Wait, thanks for coming by. Lone Wolf Entertainment. I like the way that just seems big in studio with it. I like that.
A nice beat cut out with the wolf howling at the end.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So let me ask you a side question. Okay. What was your idea when you came up with your logo?
So I knew that I wanted to have the M in my logo as a snake. And originally I drew it, and the highway has always been like my snake. Like that is just, you know, if I could fill a ARS up with different highways, it's just like the ultra male.
Yeah.
You know, highway with everything that is possible, I would be in heaven, and I wouldn't even do anything else. You know, I drew the highway and made that snake into an M, and wrote, you know, the rest of Morph out and then Nation underneath that. And I sent it to a graphic designer, and she came back and blew me out the water with the text lettering style of the snake that I have as my main logo now. And it took me forever to switch over to that, because I'm like, no, I drew the other one. She made it real, and I want to use that one. But when it comes to like branding and stuff like that, right? And it's like, you know, one thing you look at a lot of people who have done well in the community. They don't have a lot going on in their logo. A lot of them are like monogram.
Very simple.
Yeah, super simple. So I wanted that to become synonymous, even if I have just the snake as the M in a picture. You know, like you see back here on my other side, on my incubator.
Yeah, I like that. Right there. I like that.
To where people can they see that and they go, that's Morph Nation's. Emblem. You know, it's like a couple weeks ago.
Recognition.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you seen it or not, but I actually had a hatchling. Right hand, strike me there right now. I did not put him in this position. I was taking the picture. And I took the picture and I put him back, because I love the banana black pastel russo combo. I put him back, and I was like, that's gonna be my Instagram picture for today. I've been looking through 15 snakes to get that picture. You know, I was like, that's gonna be my picture. I don't do every day. I do like every 2 to 3 days, and I'm not really consistent. I need to get better about that. But anyway, I'm doing my watermarking, and I use the watermark app for my watermarking, and they be stamping it in the corner, and then I just I purposely will take a photo and make it higher on the top or lower on the bottom towards a lot of room, and I can just crop out the watermark, because I ain't paying for that. You know, I pay too much for that.
I ain't paying for that.
No, sir.
You're not getting my money.
So I'm sitting there, I did that, man, and I'm like, that's the Justin Kabelka pose. Like, that's his snake. Like, to a T. Like, bro.
Wow.
So you didn't see it?
I didn't see it.
Man, it's like dead on. So that right there is what I'm talking about. For somebody to say that, and, you know, for me to think that.
I see what you're saying.
You see it? You see it?
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
I mean,
the moment you said it, I see it.
Yeah, it was like, whoa. So that's the type of thing that I kind of wanted to have with that. And I kind of started rambling there. You know, as far as coming up with the logo, it was more of like a brand saying type thing, right? Like I told you, I had bluegrass royal pythons, and me thinking that I don't want somebody to not like me because they don't like where I'm at locally. Made me think unity, right? So I started thinking, I'm like, what could I do? Because I knew about the reptile community. I had been following people, you know, I had been like watching YouTube videos. I had been doing stuff, so I knew how stuff flew. And I'm like, this is cool. Like, everybody that's, you know, for the people who actually put themselves out there, they're helpful. The ones that are hiding in the shadows, and they'll comment something, thumbs down your video, you know, and they don't want, you know, to be any part of pulling up the community. those people I don't want nothing to do with, but I wanted to kind of have a logo that kind of surrounded unity and bringing people together. So, one thing that I told myself is that no matter how far I go in the business, in the industry, if I decide to actually like go, balls to the wall, full throttle, like I want to invest, any dime I got, right? Is that I never want to forget about the person who just wants a pet snake. And
that's good. Yeah.
So my slogan is a morph for everybody. There is a morph for everybody. And I don't care.
Nice.
I don't care if you don't like snakes, because my wife doesn't like snakes. But I found snakes that she's like, oh, that is nice. I would hold that one. And I'm like, you said that because I can't buy it. I seen a hypo mystic potion and it was like $1,200. And I was like, look at this. She said, that's nice. I would hold that. And I was like, you dirty dog. I can't even buy it right now. So you know what I did? I went to Lindsay Noble, the Hypo Queens page, Morph Market, and I bought a blackhead mystic head hypo female or male. I'm gonna pair him to my pastel hypo next season. Or no, I'm sorry, my Mojave, and then make some pos hits, and then I'm gonna come back and hopefully I'll hit a mystic potion in a couple years, and then I'm like, here, hold it,
Oh wow,
that's
I'm about to say something. You might get upset. But I don't see that great quote you just put out. There's a more for everybody on your Instagram, because that is magical, and I don't see it on there. I'm not seeing it unless you said it in a video that I haven't watched. You need to be saying that. I know you coming back to YouTube. You definitely need to be saying that every video. Oh, you got it on
my YouTube or my Instagram?
I'm looking at your Instagram.
Look at the.
Oh, I had to push the button. Okay, I see it now. Yeah. I didn't push the more button. You got me.
You get now.
That definitely need to be said on every video. Though.
Yeah. Do I use it enough? No. You definitely right. You definitely.
You got hashtags with that too. I need hashtags with that.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a more. Oh, okay. There we go. I see it. Yeah. Okay, Brandon. That's Brandon 101, people.
Yeah. It gave me cold chills when I thought of it. When I said, oh man, coming into a show and then somebody saying, that has dealt with me, it's just like the people that do, mess with me. What's going on, Wiz Constrictors?
What's up, Wiz? Thanks for stopping by.
My buddy Gary and Larry that stopped in here. It's a family thing, man. It's like they want to show support, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you got a Lindsay product, good move. Yeah. Hey man, she's got some fire. Some fire.
Yeah, they want to show support. I've had people hit me up and was like, hey, we love your channel. When you produce some stuff we're looking to get into, we will gladly get it from you first. We love what you're doing. We want to support you. And I greatly appreciate it. I tell people, you could just support by watching the channel and sharing it to people. Yep. That's more than enough. Anything else is extra, and I greatly appreciate that as well. But just watching the channel and sharing it to people is all the support I want from you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I appreciate that so much more. I mean, you want to throw a couple dollars my way, I'll take that too. But I'm saying just watching the video and sharing it is that I had somebody, Travis told me like when his kids hear, those are my chihuahuas going off. When his kids, they kill us. Hey, Judah, let the dogs out. I got to get my son to let the dogs out because they hear him running. But Travis told me when his kids hear my intro, they go crazy, super excited, big smiles, and that just warmed my heart. Amazing.
That's it. It is amazing, man. I actually had a buddy of mine. He told me, and this is one of those heartwarming moments, that he actually had my YouTube 6 videos that I got 8 videos. I don't know what it was. I don't even know which one it was. But he said he had my YouTube video up there and he was watching it, and one of the little kids was talking about something. There's a snake on the video, and he goes, "Yeah, it's my buddy." And he goes, "You know him? You know somebody famous?" And I said, "So you didn't let him see the bottom where I only had 300 views, did you?" I got 150 subscribers. Famous.
You let him see all that. Speaking of subscribers, make sure you go subscribe to Morph Nation. So is it Morph Nation Reptiles or is it just Morph Nation?
Both. So Morph Nation is like the part. the name, right?
Okay.
But I didn't want to limit it to just, like you said, ball python, stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I
Mm-hmm.
added the reptiles in there. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, technically it's Morph Nation Reptiles LLC.
Okay.
But I don't like to say that, at
Yeah,
all.
I
And
understand.
I like the Morph Nation Reptiles. It kind of it's nice to see it, but it's coming off the tongue. It don't set, like
Yeah.
it ain't as cool as GP Snakes. Like that is like the coolest.
Ah,
I'm just like
come
GP
on, let me
Snakes. Why they
boost
call
my
it
head
GP
up.
Snakes? Oh, so
Let
his
me
name.
boost my
Oh,
head up.
Gershon Porter. Oh man, so that. All right,
The
man.
thing I was worried about GP Snakes, I thought people would be like GPS. I thought they were just connected to that too
Yeah.
much. But I was like, forget it. I'm gonna go with it. I wanted snakes because I thought I was gonna breed green tree pythons and emerald tree boas at one point in time, which I still can do.
Yep,
So it's
yep,
still there. But
yep.
right now I'm all about
Yeah.
pythons,
It's
honestly.
good
But I
that you
will.
it's good that you did it because you never know. I never thought in a million years that I'd have some of the biggest snakes in the world here.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was always gonna be ball
Mm-hmm.
pythons, and I told my wife that from the beginning. But it evolved. Always show love for the normals. Yeah,
Yeah, normal
and-
do some amazing stuff.
yeah. I mean, it's not even it's for me. It's not even like the fact that I just want to make sure that I keep single genes and normals around, but it is those people who can't afford a investment snake are
Uh-huh.
some of the best people because their head is not in it for the money, right? And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying that everybody that buys a $600 Blue Eye Lucy is in it for the money because those are pets too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, I've got some that I've got I produced a 8-ball female last year, and I've been offered some nothing crazy, but enough money for me to be like, oh, I could sell her, but I wanted to hit that. So why would I sell it
Yeah.
if I wanted
Yeah.
it? You know what I'm saying? So that's my pet. That's my girl. I don't care if she breeds. I don't want to breed. Y'all don't have nothing to breed her to. So, watching right now, Rafi.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it. So this is not on my questions, but sometimes question pops in my head. What day do you feed? Because I know you got a busy schedule.
Yeah, man. Whenever. I try to keep it to Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Okay.
Hatchlings on Wednesdays, and hatchlings on. I actually do all my hatchlings until about 400 to 500 grams every 3 to 4 days, right?
Okay.
And I keep them on pups. Even if they're 400 grams, I'll still keep them on pups. Maybe a bigger pup, but it's still a pup.
Okay.
And they grow well, and they don't grow too abnormally, to where because actually what got me doing this, and I've talked with Reggie Urban's Jungle. He actually does this too. Reggie, he does.
Shout
I think
out
he does.
Reggie.
Yeah, shout out Reggie. I think he actually told me that he does up to 600 or 700 grams. He does every 3 to 4 days.
Oh wow.
I don't want quote that wrong, but we had a conversation about that, and I like to feed on Wednesdays because it's kind of the middle of the week, and what I do for my job, I'm a little bit all over the place. So sometimes, I'll leave a little bit earlier than normal. But every morning, the birdie's got to get their greens and salads, and the Tegu, she's up and she wants a mouse hopper, or, some turkey. What's going on, Patrick?
What's up, Patrick? Thanks for coming by. Patrick got his name on an egg. My second clutch of the season, he got his name on an egg, which we will be cutting that clutch. We actually cut that clutch, me and Judah. The video for that clutch is going to go up maybe in 2 weeks. I don't know. That's another thing I was going to say. Once you start, I would say bank videos now. Start shooting stuff now. So when you do come back, you have like 2 to 3 videos ready to go. Right. So you're not trying to shoot a video that day and upload it like I do. Sometimes I shoot my video same day. Yeah. That is hectic. Very hectic. I don't suggest you do that.
And I'm all for editing, man. It never fails that I'll shoot a video and I'll be like, whew, I sat down on the couch, like, man, I can't believe that took me an hour and a half to shoot. and then I'm editing for 3 hours, and I'm like, what in the
Yeah.
world is this?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm cutting out time, not putting in time. How does this work? Where does the time come from?
That's why I started editing on my phone. While we're talking about editing, what program do you use to edit your videos?
So
you see that segue? Oh, I'm getting good at this hosting thing.
It's flowing. It's flowing, man. You got it, bro. You got it.
Appreciate it.
So originally I started out with iMovie, and with the let's step it up type of mentality, I got the MacBook Pro. I got a Pro Studio. Shoot, I'm gonna mess it up. Final Cut Pro.
That sounds right.
And then I stopped. Now I did use an excuse to my wife, and I said, "Hey, I'm breeding the snakes. I need a good phone. That iPhone 12 Max Pro takes the best pictures. It's like a camera." And she was like, "You know what? You're right. Let's go get them." So we went and got them. And don't get me wrong, they take great pictures, and it's great for the on the go stuff. I'm not taking pictures with me because I'm in my work uniform, but I'm on my way out the house. I'm walking out this door to walk out that door to get in my truck. I stop in here at the rack and I open something up and I see what's going on. Do we got any eggs? Do we got any ovulations? Yep. I take a picture and I'm like walking out the door. Here's my Instagram post,
Yep.
And that works because I got that nice quality camera on that phone.
Yep.
But I said, well, I also want to be able to start doing shows. I want to do, some podcasts and maybe pre-record them. If I go to somebody's place or somewhere where I don't have Wi-Fi, I can record them. So that's when I invested in the Canon Mark II GX7. I always mess that up. It's too long.
It's very long. Short.
Yeah. So, but
what
yeah,
up,
man.
LKB Pythons? Thanks for coming through. Yeah, that's what I do. I actually schedule most of my Instagram posts.
Yeah.
So I'm real far ahead on pictures. I take pictures of something every day. I may not post it that day, but I have it ready to go.
So you schedule it for yourself, like you do it still, or do you use a
app? I still do it. I have an app. I'll send you the app. It's a Facebook app. What is it called? It's not even Facebook. It's called Business Suit. It's connected to my Facebook, and
I got it.
You got that? I schedule my pictures on there, and it goes to my Instagram, and it all flows as one. It's really good. That's what I use. See, sometimes I get like 3 pictures for the week set up. I think it's. I'm working on time management and organization. That's what I'm working on. I'm terrible at it. Still working.
Like you said, education is everything, and it's not even just schooling in general, but educating yourself on how to use the things that are at the edge of your fingertips. Right?
Yep.
You just told me that I could take 5 pictures tonight and have enough to post until 5 days from now, right? To every day, right?
Yep.
And I had the app on my phone, and I haven't been using it. Because I didn't know, but I've downloaded the app. It's got 88 notifications, and I've been wondering, how did I get that app? I know I downloaded it somehow. I probably watched a YouTube video and somebody's look, download this video, and then you can But it was 3:00 in the morning, and I wasn't thinking right, and I hadn't slept. I only slept 3 hours the night before that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So being able to actually be utilize all the things that you have in front of you is key, man. And I'm gonna definitely check that out. And
we'll link up and I'll let you know how I do it and all that. Yeah. Definitely get into it. Flex Pythons. I am not a professional editor at all. But if you want me to do an edit and see if you like it, we could talk a little bit of payment, but I got you. Editing is an art form. It's definitely something you learn over time. It's a skill, and you develop your own style with it. Definitely. I tell everybody, keep playing around with it.
So I got a question for you and Flexing Pythons, because I know I've seen you have it before, and I don't know if you had somebody do this for you, but did you do, you cartoon you? You had the headphones that came in. I think it was on the other podcast that you had.
Oh, yeah. So I did. That was somebody else's drawing, but then I redrew it.
Okay.
So that was a drawing they did, and I redrew it into a different program and changed a couple things and added the logos and stuff. Like I do most of my stuff by myself.
Gotcha.
From my GP Snakes logo to my my intro to the wordings, all that. I probably should start outsourcing stuff to be better, because I'm not the best at everything, and definitely people can do better things than me, but I did it myself. That's why I'm really tied to my logo, because I made it, and I made it to where I can put different snakes on it. So it gives a different look to it. But I would like to probably get professional do it.
I thought that was the coolest idea that I had seen in like all year. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I went to editing software, and I had my snake in in my morph, and I was like, well, it's just a highway. I can't change if it's making an orange highway. There ain't no orange highway like that's really orange or blue. And I'm like, man, I can't even do it. So it didn't work out for me. But Flex and Pythons, I see their little
his
icon. It looks like Is that do you know him personally?
We've just been talking. Flex, did you I drew my sketches and graph. What's up, Royal Business Reptiles? He said it right here. Here we go. I drew my sketches and graphic design that work with a lot of other YouTuber channels. Well, so he drew it.
That's sweet. See, like stuff like that, man, is like that. I like that, man. To be able to have like a picture of you, holding some of your snakes, it's like the video I did, the DMX video, right?
I love that. Like, let's talk about that, because you haven't been on YouTube, but you've been blowing up on TikTok. You've been posting mad videos. Are you doing pretty good on TikTok?
Not in my opinion. Like not for like the volume of work that I put into it, Okay. And what's crazy is, man, I feel like there is better room for you to grow following on Instagram Reels. Like,
oh, really?
Yes. Do you do Instagram Reels?
No, I don't.
Man,
there's so many things you have to do.
No, it's just like TikTok. I swear, it's just like TikTok.
I think I tried to do my TikTok and then move it over to Instagram, but it goes on my page instead of on the Reels. I got to figure out how to do that.
Well, I think you can take it to where it doesn't post on your page, but it does post to your Reels, but also to your page. Okay. So if you go, after this, if you happen to check out what I'm talking about, you look at my Reels, you'll notice that if you go through do my Instagram page, you'll see the post of the Reels on my front part of my Instagram, but it's also in through the Reels.
Okay.
But man, I was watching a podcast that had Brian Barczyk on it, and he was telling people how to get a little bit better of a following, and that was one thing that he said, and it kind of resonated with me. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And I was building a temporary enclosure for my Dumerals bow, a female, until I was waiting for some 8-foots to come in, and then my 4-foots from Animal Plastics took 5 months, and I was like, this ain't happening. I'm not waiting 10 months for no 8-foot. So I built 6-foots. I drove to Tennessee and got the PVC, did that. Long story short, I was building a temporary enclosure for her, right? I did a DIY background with the spray foam, and this video was like 10 seconds. I kid you not. All it said was me spraying the spray foam. 27,000 views.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was telling
Did you have your logo in there at least?
No, nothing. Listen, my wife was ready to kick me up and down the house because I didn't have my shirt on when I did the DMX video. I didn't know I was going to get like 10,000 views on that. I was like, I'm having fun. It took me a couple hours to do. I almost lost a couple snakes. I had some snakes that was pulling muscle on me. You don't really know how strong your little ball python is until it wraps around the leg of the table. Yeah. Reels do work. They do work.
Okay. I'm gonna have to start hitting them Reels.
Yeah. I'm not main squeeze. I swear to you, I'm not lying. Go to my Instagram and go down, and you'll see a video. And all it is the spray foam that you get from Home Depot, that you'll see all over YouTube doing the DIY backgrounds. And I told my wife, I said, it has to be the fact that I put DIY in the little text caption on the video. And then there was moms looking up DIY videos from all over the country. It was like, what is this guy got going on? What is he doing? I don't know. You know.
So Flex said he get you in contact with his dude to get you an animated version.
Yeah, man. Hey, I definitely appreciate that. That'd be nice.
Definitely. Okay. Y'all do that. Y'all look at that. We're bringing people together.
Yeah.
So we only got one more question. What is the dream morph you want to make? Or what is the dream morph I always mess up this question. If you already made your dream morph, what's the next dream morph you want to make? So if you didn't make your dream morph, just answer that part. I know that was very confusing.
Nope, I have not made my dream morph yet.
Okay, what's your dream morph to make?
I don't know, man. That's tough. I ain't dreamed it yet.
Okay.
You know, man, I'd have to say that ultimately, you know, the thing that got me to fall in love with ball python morphs is ultramale and pod. So with that being said, if I could hit a ultramale pod, that would be a dream morph.
I was about to say, like, should it be the ultramale pod?
Yeah. But, you know, but the thing about it is like when I do, you know, like daydream, you know how we do, or like, you know, you see yourself getting into this position, and it ain't all about the fame or, you know, the money and stuff like that, but it's about having a clutch that just pipped, and then you pop out the zebra gene, or you pop out something that ain't never been seen before. I be seeing stuff in my classics and normals, and they're just normals, and I'm like, nah, this is different. This is different. I gotta hold it back, you know. So
all right, Flex, thanks for stopping by.
That's kind of what I'm hoping is gonna be my dream morph. The morph that I find in floating around in my collection, or, you know, but everybody feels like they got something kind of weird.
I thought I hit an Xanthic clown Inchy, because I hit that my X23, my Inchy clown.
Yeah,
she was like almost Xanthic when she first came out the egg, and I thought she had an extra gene in her from her dad, who he was paired back to his daughter, so I thought he passed it on to her and produced it. Come to find out, she just might be 100% het albino, because there's a thing that happens to some het albinos. They come out almost Xanthic looking, and they slowly get their pigment, and very yellow pigment comes in slowly. So I thought I just hit almost a $7,500 snake out of nowhere. I was super excited. Got my wife super excited, and then I had to tell her, like, oh no, it's just a $700 snake that I'm gonna keep. It was a moment that could have been life changing for me. And just that adrenaline of that moment was amazing, and I can't wait to have it again. So I totally understand. That
is the you know, I think you'll have that same feeling if you that same feeling when you have a clutch from your het monarch that you held back, and it's been 6 years you've done these holdbacks, and now you got a 1.4 or 1.3 or whatever, and you hit a visual monarch, right? That's gonna be the same. Oh my God, you know, throw the camera and I'm running around the house. That's how I was with my first clutch. And it was pastel head ghost.
My first clutch was an Inchy to a normal, and when I cut the eggs and saw Inchies, I was ecstatic. I was ecstatic.
I was dancing in front of my wife for like 4 minutes, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm doing the dance. I got some eggs. You know."
That first season breeding is amazing. What up, Chevy Exotics? Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. That first season.
I still get those like it's like I'm doing it for first time every time over and over. Like it never gets old, man. It never gets old.
100%.
I love
100%. So your dream morph to make would be a pied ultramale, but still not your dream morph because you haven't dreamed it yet.
Yes. So building onto that, and what I want to do to as I'm working up to that point, because that's definitely in the works, is also a Xantic and Clown. Now I know you like Clown a lot, and Russo, Fire, Pastel, Special, Clowns are like that whole right there, man. Is like insane. And I told myself when I first got into projects that Clown wasn't for me. There's too many thousands.
Oh, really?
People. Yeah, it's too. There's too. I don't like. It's not that I don't like competition, but I do like to stand out. Right. That's the whole reason why I'm kind of particular about stuff.
Exactly.
And it's not. I don't like to be a show off, but I
like to show my stuff off.
Right. I'm kind of the same way, man. I'm introvert. Like I do, I get nervous about posting this or, what people would think, but at the same time, I don't care what they think.
Yeah.
So I float like a flying line of do I post it? Do I don't post it? Or do I do this? Do I don't do this? But I know for a fact that I like standing away from the normal. I like standing away from what everybody else is doing. Although to get to where I know I need to go, it's already been done before. I mean, everything's been done before.
Yeah, almost everything's been done. You're trying to get your little spin on it, but mostly everything's been done.
But I mean, even us who don't have, I'm not gonna speak for you, but even people like us who may not have a double visual recessive 6 gene banger male that he's pairing to a double visual 6 gene banger female to produce 17 different possible combinations of world's first can still hit a world's first, right?
Yes.
Because there's thousands of genes.
Yes.
You got a simple 3 gene to 3 gene. What's that? 1 in 64 odds of hitting one of those?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
trust me, I know. I've been trying to hit albino clown for a minute.
I know, man. I know. I've been rooting for you.
It's gonna happen this year. I'm speaking into existence.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen this year, and it's gonna survive, come out the egg, and thrive. It's gonna happen. It's definitely hard.
So I actually got a Russo clutch in the incubator right now. They're a couple days away from coming out of the incubator. I got one. I seen Wiz say that he picked up a Russo.
Russo clown, yeah.
And I got one that I wanted to show real quick, if you don't mind. I haven't posted it to Instagram.
This is exclusive, people.
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I do that, because I don't want to be like. There ain't no secret project.
It's not like you hiding it. It's just that you haven't had time to do it yet. Well, that's all.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm kind of holding it to myself. Like I want to. Honestly, the biggest thing is I don't want somebody to say, "What is that?" and me be like, "I don't know." I don't know, because I don't like that.
I have a friend that she is breeding some amazing stuff. She's gonna have like triple hets, codom animals. But she doesn't post on Instagram and stuff. So when she has these animals, it's going to be slightly harder for her to sell, because people are like, where'd you get this?
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything from you, and all of a sudden you got this. So I told her, you got to start posting here and there. But go ahead, get that Russo. Go ahead. Wiz Constrictor, appreciate it. Definitely going to get it this season. Definitely. Royal Business, yes, this is the year. It's gonna happen. I believe in it. ANT Exotics, appreciate it. Yes, it's gonna happen. Albino Clowns, yes. I need all this positive feedback. It's gonna happen this year. Appreciate it, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Even if I'm passionate to produce it, super passionate. It is my actual dream morph to make. As of right now, I have other dream morphs I want to make, but that albino clown is a dream morph I want to make. I don't want to buy it. I want to make it. So that's why I keep going hard with it. So let's see this snake. Oh. So that's the Russo banana.
Yep. And I believe, theoretical ID, Aussie me right here, that it is banana. My light is bad. Does it look white? It looks white, right?
It looks white, but I can see the pattern when you get it close. I can see the pattern. Yeah, I can tell it's banana. Yeah.
but I believe that it is a banana, black pastel, Russo, either
Okay,
calico.
I can see why you
Calico.
think banana. Oh, I can see the calico, yeah, because it's
Um,
got high whites.
yep. And there's also disco at play.
Oh, see, I'm not too versed on disco. I don't know disco at all. Russo, I'm still learning. I'm still learning Russo because I got one Russo female that I'm growing up to finally get what is it? Finally get bells. So I'm still learning Russo. He turned his lights off. Let's see if we can see it better.
This does better. Because I had a bright LED right over top. No, that does not do better. Not too much.
Is this also Het Clown?
Nope.
Okay.
No hets in here.
So it's not Het Wiz Constrictors. It helped a little bit. That's the thing. It's always hard to get good pictures of snakes with the lightings. I know some people go with like a certain kind of bulb that makes it pop. It's weird.
Yeah.
I have triple head pinstripes up to go. But now that's also one I want to get into is clown hypo. I'm starting to like hypo again. But nice. DCI Exotics, nice.
This one's definitely gonna be white because it is white.
Okay.
But this is a black pastel, so a black pewter.
Okay, Russo. I see a little bit of the pattern. Oh, okay.
Russo, if she'll turn. So is there?
So how versed are you on Russo? Because I'm still learning it myself.
Man, at this point I've hatched out 22 babies from this male, and I'm getting fairly good at IDing it. And all I do is go on Morph Market and hit the Russo gene, and I'll go through. And I'm kind of getting to the point now to where I'm like, that ain't no Russo. They posted that as Russo. And that ain't no Russo. But here's the thing too. Here's the thing too is like, once you breed it enough, you get to what's in it, right? So like, this snake here, I actually hit with minus the calico in this. I hit a black pewter Russo, and how I knew that I hit a black pewter Russo is because I hit a black pewter in the same clutch, and the only difference was that one was really, really light, and then the other one was almost the same, just like a normal black pewter or a pewter. They look pretty much the same. I do think that the black pewters look a little bit better than the black or than a regular pewter, but I also like black pastel over cinnamon. Although I have both, and I like
I need some black pastel in my collection. I have none. I need leopard. I need a lot of things in my collection to be actually honest with you, 100%. To be honest with you.
Oh man, if we could have them all, that's all I got to say.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to stay.
Maybe this will show up a little better. So, with man, why is it so bright?
Yeah, you maybe
let me turn my studio off. Maybe that was the whole problem the whole time. All right. So yeah, that's a lot better. All right. So if you can see, of course, banana, that's guaranteed. But the Russo, what I've noticed is a lot of times it will thin out the alien heads going down the side there, like kind of scoop them in. And they'll be kind of enhanced, right? The white on the outside, stuff like that. So let me see if that one guy shows up a little bit better now. Does that look any better?
Still, you can see the pattern a little better. So what I'm seeing here is you need to post these on your Instagram. That's what it is.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Did you see my collection I posted earlier today?
The hypos? Yeah, I seen that.
So I got a guy second guessing me on that, right? This should be a no-brainer. The dad is a super pastel hypo proven. The female is a hypo het caramel albino.
Yeah.
Everything is pastel hypo, het caramel albino.
Yeah.
And here he comes. Man, they were all just normal hypos. There ain't no pastel in them. And I'm looking like,
you gonna get that.
Hold on. And he got me thinking, is this a Partho clutch? or what? Because I mean, that don't make sense. Because it kind of do look normal hypo, but
they do look kind of normal hypo, which is weird.
I wasn't even looking at them. I'm like, I know what they are. I just cut them open to make sure the umbilical cord wasn't tied.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
I'll be more interested to see when they actually come out the egg.
Yeah,
they kind of do look normal hypo.
Yep.
But I know hypo.
Yep.
Pastel still pops in hypo.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I would say. Yeah.
There's so many.
Check it.
There's so many different variations, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, the breeding you put together, it should be pastel. 100%.
The dad almost looks Axanthic. You know, he's like white and black. You know, but he's a super pastel hypo. All right.
Unless, like you said, it's a partho clutch, which is rare, but we know does happen.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I posted this girl before too, but she was sold as just a pastel hypo, and she's like yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice looking snake. Oh wow, yeah. She's almost as yellow as my super pastel. And she's wow. Yeah, she's definitely pastel.
So
yeah, Wiz says the top left is for sure hypo. So when they come out, well, you could once they come out the egg, you'll be able to definitely tell.
Yeah, I mean they're all definitely hypo, and I think they may have came out already. All but one. They're still so that was actually a split clutch with a good buddy of mine. He had a hypo female that was 100% caramel albino, and it just so happens that I want to make caramel glows, which are caramel albino hypos. Yeah. And then I want to take that and put in an ultramil. I put ultramil into it. It's always going to end with ultramil, man. It don't matter what it is.
Hey, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
There's a lot of people who feel like, you know, ultramil albino. I feel like you are a connoisseur of albino, right?
Like I like albino.
Big fan of albino.
One of the things I fell in love with.
I mean, it is a great gene, absolute great gene. I've got a picture of my spider albino female up on the wall, and it looks like something straight out of National Geographic or something. Like it's awesome. It's still an egg. Possible they will come out. Yeah. You said she got to be lemon pastel at least. Where's you talking about the one that I? No, I didn't get her from CV Exotics. That female actually came from a local breeder. His name was. He's not in the business anymore, but his name was crap. What was his freaking name? Breeder's name is Gary Smith. But the name will come to me here in a minute. But you know Jarrell Lee, don't you? Daddy Daughter Reptiles.
Yeah.
So me and him are good buddies. And he was really good buddies, and one of his mentors named Gary Smith. The guy had every Axanthic combo that you could think and take it to, and had it right there to just take off, and had a really nice collection, and just got out. Didn't feel like doing it anymore, and that's where she ended up coming from. I actually got a world's first from him, not from him directly, but that came from him that he produced in 2018. It's a black pastel fire Axanthic female. So I'm excited to put that, and I've got a pastel pastel bamboo 100% head Axanthic male that if he acts right, I'll probably try to put him to her. Yeah, man. Yeah, I dived into Axanthic stuff. You like Axanthic?
I'm getting into Axanthic. I got a VPI Axanthic pinstripe who is het pied. I'm pair him to a pied female next year and try to pick up some het Axanthic females for him to breed just to make some Axanthics.
Yeah.
I'm getting into it. People like the silver, and my lights went out just now. I'm getting into my light went out earlier, and I thought the thing blew, but then it came on halfway through us recording, and I was like, "What's going on?" It's weird.
Yeah,
But yeah,
man,
I'm getting into Xanthic.
You know, one thing that I find is funny, and it's really consistent with the pinstripe, and it's what scares me about putting pinstripe into recessives is either it goes like the one extreme to the other. I've seen, you know, people say, "Oh, I haven't." At least I don't recall seeing your pinstripe Xanthic. Not speaking specifically for yours, but I've seen when I see Xanthic pinstripes, they either look steel gray and they're super bright, or they're like, is that Xanthic? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Same thing goes for DG. Like there's some pinstripes that look like highlighters with black lines all over them, and then there's some DGs that don't look like that at all. So, and the same thing with Ultramel. I love I got one on my wish list right now. I just need to pay off this one from Lindsay before I do anything with it. But
paying off snakes is a challenge because you see some other stuff you want.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I'm still paying on this, but I see.
And then they come with payment plans. They got you. It's like a credit card. You know, it's like, buy now,
every time,
pay later. You know,
every time. Well, bro, I'm all out of questions.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if any you have any questions for me or anything left. No one has any questions in the chat. I see.
Yeah, fire and Xanthic do go well together. I wish that I had a fire Xanthic male because I've got a pastel head Xanthic female that's building right now. I'm not mad about it because I've been pairing her to my Xanthic head hypo male, and I want to make True Ghost, ending in Ultra male True Ghost. So, I got an Ultra male pin. Yeah, the Ultra male pinstripes are definitely pretty good.
They are.
Royal Business Reptiles, you have a good night.
Good night, man. Royal Business, good night. Thanks for stopping by. I just got an Ultramel pin from. I wanted to go to that show, but my wife had plans for us that weekend, so I couldn't make that show. Everybody was at that show. So many people were at that show, and I wanted to hang out with, do some network, get out of my bubble, and talk to people. I definitely want to try to do that at shows, go to more shows this season.
You like me, man. You see like all these people that we're kind of like, it's not necessarily trying to compare levels or nothing, but like we're all, you know, in it at the same time. And like, we should all be networking at the same time. And, you know, it's kind of like I started most of my social media at the same time that Precious Python started her YouTube and stuff. But, you know, she took different routes along the way, right? She's going to shows, and she's sending merch to Mutation Creation, and and different stuff like that. That has had her out there a little bit more. We asked about you.
See, because we were talking about
snakes, man. Everybody knows GP snakes. I'm telling
everybody
you, man.
don't know me. Don't be trying to get my head big. I don't need that. I don't need that kind of confidence.
When you put in the work, the rewards will follow.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to get Precious on the show. I'm trying to book her on the show, get her on here, and we talk about how her whole YouTube journey went. Because I was one of the people she was asking about if she should do a YouTube channel. Yeah, and we were like, yeah, you should do a YouTube channel. Why not? Go ahead. She was like, I don't know what to talk about. Just talk about what you're doing. Simple. Yeah. Like she was one of the people like, I don't want to be in front of the camera. No one wants to be in front of the camera. You grow to like to be in front of the camera.
Yeah. One thing that I liked that she did, like it seemed like right away, was husbandry and like how-tos and helps, like how to build an incubator, how to set up the ball python, this stuff, right? And that's something that I'm always kind of still am today, even though I got, some people I can hang in a conversation with you and you ain't gonna tell me that I'm wrong about what I'm telling you, right? Because I know from experience, right? Now there's definitely more than one way to skin a chicken, but
exactly
there's a right way and there is a wrong way. You can do the right way a couple different times or different ways, but there's definitely a wrong way. So anyway, I am afraid of doing something like that and then looking back in 6 months, like I do in my videos now, and saying that I said that, oh, that snake was black pastel and really it was cinnamon, or that snake, was this. And I'm like, dang, do I delete the video? Because I was wrong.
Nope.
Or
I just say I'm wrong. People
yeah.
even respect you even more if you be like, hey, you remember this video? I was wrong. I was 100% wrong.
And no, I'm not afraid to own up to that. I just don't, when it comes down to that is it's not just me affected, right? So if I make a video on how to take care of this species, and somebody goes and sees my video, and then they recommended somebody else, not only was I wrong from the beginning, but the people that they showed, are now going to be keeping wrong. And that's where we get this chain gang of people who are keeping reptiles wrong. That's kind of the bridge that I didn't want to put down, right?
I understand. I totally understand what you're saying. I try to look at it like mine is just a guide. It's a guide to how I do it. Yeah. Even if I'm wrong, you shouldn't use just one guide on how to do something you don't know how to do. Take multiple sources.
Oh, and
still, it's a trial by error what works for you. What I do might not work for you, but you might try it and realize it don't work for you, but it might help you find the way it works for you in your own way of trying it my way.
Yeah.
That's still a lesson learned.
Yeah.
That's one thing I had to learn myself, that I was worried about failing. So instead of me failing, I didn't do.
Right.
And in the process of me not doing, I failed immediately.
Yeah.
So the thing I was worried about doing, I did immediately by not trying to do it.
Yep. Can't win if you ain't in the race.
Exactly. I've learned to not be so much worried about me failing at something. Yeah. I worry more about me learning at what I did wrong to improve what I'm doing.
All right.
That's my new mindset of things now. So every time I do something wrong, I learn from it and get better.
Yeah. That's a great philosophy, man. Great philosophy.
I try. That's what I try. I tell everybody, like, I'm still learning. There's still stuff I'm teaching myself or learning through trial and error. You're never too old to learn something new.
Yep, for sure. And the moment you stop trying to learn, that's when you fail.
Exactly.
Stop growing. Cannot stop growing.
Exactly. So, bro, appreciate you coming on the show.
Appreciate you having me, man.
This was fun. I am excited to get to know you more and talk with you.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be hitting you up a lot more now, because I know you working with that ultra male. You're going to be one of my lines to ultra male. I got a couple people.
That one ultra male I got. I hit a couple ultra males, but they're all males. I mean, 4.1
you can do with that.
4.2. I'm sorry, 4.2, and it was a split clutch. So
that's the thing. The male female ratio. Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
It took me 2 years to get female double het clown pieds. First year, all males, beautiful males, but they were all males that were het clown pied. It took me 2 years, and then I lost one female in the house, and she was lost for 2 months before I found her.
Wow.
I was like, oh,
at least you found
and
her,
I did find her. It was a snake that was supposed to be for sale.
Yeah.
A guy was starting to pay on her, and I lost her. So I was going to sell him my hoe back. I let him know and everything. He was cool with it. And then out of nowhere, he was like, well, I can't buy it. Is there any way I could get a refund? And I just gave him his money back and said, cool. It is what it is. Some things happen. I get it.
That's good.
But then I found that female 2 days later. So I had two females. So I was okay with that.
That's good, man. That's one thing I try to do is not try to I keep that money there till that snake is in that person's hands and we're all good. Because I ain't trying to, have to be digging coins for nothing.
Exactly. Come out of pocket to do something out of nowhere. You never know what might happen until that person has that snake.
Exactly. But yeah, man, I definitely enjoyed myself. I appreciate you letting me be on here. And
everybody go ahead and make sure you subscribe to Morph Nation. Go ahead. It's Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. He's coming back to YouTube. He's about to start pumping out videos. He done did his schooling. He's time to ready to get it back into YouTube. So definitely check out. What's gonna be your first YouTube video you think you're gonna put out?
Going back, man, I don't know. I think I'm gonna do a room tour, man. I think it's time to show the room off.
I was
man.
about to say that. I was about to say you got that new beautiful rack back there.
Yeah,
you definitely need to show how the room has changed.
Beyond that, man, I've got probably 20 snakes that I've never posted to Instagram. I've got, and I don't mean that to sound like big headed or nothing. I just haven't
had time. I haven't got to it. You got so many animals.
I play favorites and stuff. I'm like,
I
have the sea snakes. Their tub gets open every day. And they're always camera ready. They're like, I'm ready for my cameo. So I think a room tour and then meet all my pets. My Tegu needs taming, so maybe I'm gonna do a video on that. I'm
seeing 3 videos already. Room tour, new lizard lounge tour, check out my Tegu that I'm trying to tame down video. That's 3 videos right there off the bat. If you put out a video once a week, I would say go every other week just to get back into the flow of it. Don't try
every other week. That's rough. I was trying to shoot for once a month. Now
once a month. Oh,
is that too far? Is it too
I think that might be too far. I think that might be every other week. Every other week should be good. So you'll put out 2 videos a month.
I got ideas down. I could probably make it work. It's just
okay.
It's like when I do something, I do it, and I don't want to, it's one of those things where like, I want to have quality, man, and I'm too hard on myself. I keep saying, like, just let go, just do it. Right. Another video down here, one of my 6 bits, I've got a Dumeros boa. All right.
Okay.
And then there's a BCI boa, and there's another BCI boa. I keep turning it the wrong way. And I built all these enclosures. I should have made a video on that.
Yeah, you definitely should have made a video. That video would have did great. People love DIY videos. It would have did great.
So, and Dumeros boas are making a big comeback. So hopefully, if she has a litter, that'll be a video. So I got some coming. You got
stuff you can put in the pipeline. Yeah.
And then the podcast. Like I said, I want to start doing the podcast.
So what's the name of the podcast?
Cold Blooded Talks.
Okay. I like it. So is it going to be on YouTube, or are you going to have it?
So I don't know. I'm in between on that. So like I have a Facebook for it, and that was my initial plan, is to have it directly on Facebook, because like the biggest part of it is I want it to go live in the group. In that group, I run a group in my state, or I help run a group with a couple other guys, and then several other local groups, and I wanted to be able to go live in those groups. And it sometimes it's just like too much for you to put everything in front of somebody. Here's the link, here's the time, here's all this, and for them to just remember to look at their phone or set an alarm around 7:30, because Ramel and Gershon are going to talk and have some laughs and stuff, and y'all come tune in and maybe comment like Wiz Constrictors and everybody else has been doing, right?
Very difficult.
It seems easy as can be, but it's hard. And I'm not being like smart aleck about it, because I have told myself, man, GP's going live with pack pythons tonight. I gotta tune in, and the next thing you know, I'm in the backyard doing flips into the pool with my kids, or I'm just watching 6 episodes of Lucifer on Netflix. So it life happens. I get it. So the Facebook was where I really wanted to having the Twitch. No.
So I thought about Twitch. I was gonna do Twitch for my other Blackie Cool podcast. I was doing live on there, but you actually use the program I'm using, StreamYards. You can go live on Facebook on it too. Okay, so that's definitely something to look into. Like, I go live on Facebook. I mean, you go live on Facebook and YouTube on this program.
Okay, I'll message you, man. You can
kind
of put me on that, and kind of
definitely,
if you wouldn't mind, kind of help me with that, and
definitely,
and I don't want to put nothing extra on you, but if you decided to do something like that for your channel, as far as the, like you were saying about the specific species, right? I know you don't want to make it too crowded with guests and stuff like that, but you wanted to have an extra, maybe a questionnaire filling in blanks. I see how hard it is for you to kind of, when people are interacting. I mean, them contests, they coming, So
yeah, they be coming. They be coming.
You working on the message and somebody else, I kind of asking them the questions, stuff like that. I'd love to do something like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So just food for thought, man.
Yeah, we might be able to do something like that. I'm not inclined to do extra stuff if I can organize it into my day.
Trust me, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
Definitely. But before we go, I want to take a shout out to our sponsor for this episode. Yes. Wait, I put the thing on. Hold on. I meant to take that off before I put it out. See, still learning. We still learning over here, people. We still learning. Our sponsor of this episode, Cornet Constrictors. I was waiting for it to come on. Cornet Constrictors. Go check him out. Instagram, YouTube is in the links down below. Check his Instagram, YouTube. He's posting videos. We're going to try to get him to post some more videos. Definitely check him out. Tell him I sent you. Greatly appreciate it if you guys go check him out. But yeah, thanks a lot for coming on, man. Greatly appreciate it. If anybody wants to think about being a sponsor for an episode, as I said before, hit me up. All my contact is in the description below. You can always hit me up. Just put GP Snakes on Google and you can find all my stuff, honestly. That's one thing about branding. Once you get it to a point where everything is under one name, all people have to do is type it in and you find everything. It's amazing. Yep. I'm learning it. I might have to go get a Twitch channel now because I forgot Twitch. I might have to log that in just to have a name there, just to be safe. Just be safe.
Yeah, I thought Twitch was only like a streaming game thing, but
they do so much stuff. They do so much stuff. They have real in real world people walk around, video themselves on Twitch, streaming the whole time, talking, going to eat, all this stuff,
like vlogging.
Pretty much. It's evolved from just games to the world.
I got you.
To the world. So people do podcasts on there. It's
but is that a subscription platform though?
It's you can buy subscriptions on there. You can subscribe to people and give them money a month, but you also could just watch for free. You don't have to pay for it. Nerd does Twitch. They do Twitch. Nerd does Twitch. Yeah, it's big. It's something to look into. Definitely something to look into. Yeah. But thanks again, bruh. We definitely gonna get you back on because we're gonna talk about them lizards too. That's a whole nother species. But go subscribe to his channels, his Instagram, TikTok, all Morph Nation. Check him out. Let him know I sent you there, and make sure you hit that subscribe button because he's coming back to YouTube too. So get ready for that. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Appreciate it. If you can, hit that like button right quick. Make sure you hit both our subscribe buttons. We're trying to, grow the community and say, hey, just stop by and say hi to somebody. Put it in the comments. Say hi to somebody.
Free support.
Free support. There, my lights back on. Free support. Yeah, support. I have a thing I do Saturdays where I show support for people that just show me support. Yeah. So it doesn't hurt. It's free. Just say, hey, some nice words about somebody one day. You never know how it'll come back and help you. But thanks everybody for checking out the podcast. Greatly appreciate it. Yes, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Y'all have a good night. See you, man.
Bye.